Hey Carly, how you doing? Thank you so much for including your work. Third, for those of you who are watching along here, this is Carly's Word doc. But the third example, interactive, it didn't transpose to the Word doc, so she left the link right here. Take a look at this, guys. This is outstanding. I mean, this is really a great example of how interactive graphics along with data can really help retention rates. I think it's really a nice presentation. Good job, Carly. I want to talk a little bit about the relevance of the resume example that you had included, this right here. So I think this is relevant because in today's day and age, I think a lot of student designers are kind of transposing more to an infographic type resume than a traditional word-driven, data-driven resume presented using traditional verbiage. Now, a couple of questions I want to ask you, Carly, is number one, I'd love to see your digital resume. You said that you had created a resume that was infographic style that you had used in to get your current job. I'd love to see it. I know I speak for the class when I say that. Love to take a look at that. Okay, my question to you is that there's a couple of things here that I want to question about this particular infographic resume. And the reason I bring this up, and I want to add to my earlier comments on the relevance of infographic resume as it pertains to the graphic design industry. One of the things I think we really have to be careful in developing an infographic resume, and you really want to make sure that there is practical value in the actual infographic. So for example, right here, this is, let me see, I have to zoom in here a little bit to get this, but so let me go ahead. So this particular graphic, Bachelor of Arts, Integrated Visual Arts, courses breakdown by discipline, liberal arts, studio art, visual arts, and social. I'm not real sure if there's any relevant or practical value in this specific graph right here. And also, I'm wondering about the way that it's presented is like these kind of really awkward areas where they're showing in this circle chart where what is being consumed in the circle chart. So this is 5%. I'm wondering why all the angles here. Is that effective? And the other thing I want to talk about is this area right here. This is something we see a lot. We see this is really trendy right now. We have these different software applications, and then we have kind of a measure of how effective they are. But to me, this is ineffective. This doesn't give me any information. This is saying that Adobe InDesign, you're this good. Okay, but in Photoshop, you're only this good. But what kind of information is this giving me? How, like, do you see what I'm saying? In Dreamweaver, you're only this good, but then you're this good. And this visual attribute, assigning these visual attributes based on a kind of a gas tank is a little bit misleading because we don't know what the ultimate value would be. So, I mean, where does absolute professional expert level fall on here, and how do these compare, and how do I know how good you are or this person is based on this kind of chart right here? Did you see what I'm saying? So my question to you is this. Number one, should this even be in the resume? And if so, how is this relevant to a resume? The next thing I want to see you talk about is this. How can we create an infographic that displays our software skills in a way that is measurable, that provides practical value instead of just this kind of visual saying, I'm this good, but not associated with any kind of specific barometer for measure, so to speak. Okay, so that's what I would really like you to do, is address these two areas, and then also go ahead and post your infographic resume so that we can see that. Okay, if you have any questions, please let me know, but I'd like you to address those questions in your response. All right, great. Thanks, Carly.